Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Well, good morning, everybody. Back for another morning of baby race action here at Woodbine Mohawk Park, and the starting gate is rolling for our first of 10 here on this Saturday. It's all 2-year-old pacing colts and geldings. We have no changes when it comes to scratches in our first qualifier. One note, James McDonald drives number 3, Mr. Charisma. Here is the field. Number 1, Highland Beach Best, Some Beach Somewhere colt out of a rock and roll Hanover mare. Highland Thoroughbred Farm and Marty Fine share ownership. Amanda Fine trains. Sylvan Filion will drive. 2, Keoquat is a sports writer colt out of a Some Beach Somewhere mare, owned by Clay Horner, David Wilmot, and Scott Horner, trained by Greg McNair. Doug McNair drives. Number 3, Mr. Charisma, Better Than Cheddar colt out of the Ponderosa mare, Hut Racing Stable, Vaco Puhunen, Daniel Davis, and Penny of Hope Stables share ownership. Blake McIntosh trains. James McDonald will drive. $20,000 Lexington buy. Ford's Bulldog Hanover. Shadow Play colt out of an Arts Place mare. Jack Darling Stables Limited owns. Jody Jameson drives for Darling. A $28,000 Harrisburg purchase. 5 is Tapestry, a homebred for Robert Burgess, trained by Carmen Osceola. Jonathan Drury drives the Son of Betting Line out of a Mach 3 mare. Captain of Rock and Roll is the 6, a Captain Treacherous colt out of a Rock and Roll Hanover mare. Bob Hamather is the owner breeder. Casey Coleman Hurley, he trains. Bob McClure will drive. $50,000 Harrisburg grad. 7, Adrenaline Rush is a Royal Majesty gelding out of a Badlands Hanover mare. The stable Adrenaline Rush owns. Kevin McMaster trains. Anthony McDonald drives. And 8, You Can't Touch This, Control the Moment colt out of an Art Major mare, Dustin Jones Stables. And Diane Lapine are the owners. Dustin Jones trains, and Chris Christoforou does the driving. And they're off and pacing here in our first qualifier this morning at Woodbine Mohawk Park. And we're going to give the first call to Adrenaline Rush, who is out to the early lead for Anthony McDonald. It's Adrenaline Rush to claim the top spot heading into the first turn. At the rail, that is Highlands Beach Best, who's going to get away in second. Captain of Rock and Roll settles in third in front of Keoquat in fourth. Then moving into fifth, that is You Can't Touch This in front of Mr. Charisma. Bulldog Hanover, and the last one is Tapestry. Opening quarter was 31 seconds flat, and Filion wants the top spot, so Highlands Beach Best goes around and is the leader. They move into the backstretch. It's Highlands Beach Best, the Some Beach Somewhere colt, leading the way. In second is Adrenaline Rush. Then racing third, Captain of Rock and Roll. He's getting a little bit closer. Break of about 4 lengths going to Keoquat in fourth. Follow fifth by You Can't Touch This. Sixth is Mr. Charisma. Then seventh is Bulldog Hanover, and Tapestry is at the rear of the field. The half is hit in 59 and 1. So they did some pacing there in the second quarter. It was 31 seconds in the opening split. 28 and 1 in that second quarter. And now as we go into the far turn, Highland Beach Best is opening up a 5-6 length advantage here as they go by 5/8. Racing in second is Adrenaline Rush. Third is Captain of Rock and Roll. Keoquat in fourth. Advancing on the outside, Mr. Charisma into fifth. Inside six, You Can't Touch This, Bulldog Hanover, and Tapestry. 3 quarters, 126 and 3. 27 and 2. Third quarter there from Highland Beach Best, and Highland Beach Best is looking to seal the deal here on top by a half dozen lengths. Captain of Rock and Roll, though, has a target, and Captain of Rock and Roll is coming on now for McClure. The lead is shrinking a little bit. Filion calling upon Highlands Beach Best to finish it off. Here comes Captain of Rock and Roll on the outside. They're into deep stretch. Captain of Rock and Roll, is he going to get there? Very tight. It's a photo finish between Highlands Beach Best and Captain of Rock and Roll. 155 and 3. Here are the results from the first qualifier, and in a photo, number 1 Highland Beach Best was victorious by a nose over number 6 Captain of Rock and Roll. Here is the order of finish. Number 1 Highland Beach Best was the winner. Number 2 Kyokwat was 6th. Number 3 Mr. Charisma 3rd. Number 4 Bulldog Hanover 7th. Number 5 Tapestry 8th. Number 6 Captain of Rock and Roll was 2nd. Number 7 Adrenaline Rush 5th. And number 8 You Can't Touch This was 4th. 1, 6, 3, 7, 8, 2, 5, 4. Fractions 31, 59 and 1, 126 and 3, 155 and 3 for the winner. Number 1 Highland Beach Best. That's 2 consecutive baby race victories for this son of some beach somewhere. Out of the Rock and Roll Hanover mare Rockin' Highland, bred by Highland Thoroughbred Farm. Ownership of Highland Thoroughbred Farm and Marty Fine. Amanda Fine, the trainer. Sylvain Filion was in the sulky. New mark of 155 and 3 for Highland Beach Best. Gate in motion for qualifier number 2. It's a field of 8 2-year-old pacing colts and geldings. Number 1 Space Cowboy is a better than Cheddar Cold out of a Rock and Roll Hanover mare. Vincenzo Strongis and Mike Pelosi share ownership. Herb Holland trains. Sylvain Filion drives. $14,000 Lexington buy. 2 Admit One is a Better's Delight colt out of a powerful toy mare. John Fielding owns. Greg McNair trains. Doug McNair drives. $50,000 Harrisburg purchase. 3 Springbridge Duel is a Big Jim colt out of a Mach 3 mare owned by Westwind Stable. Steve Heimbecker, Mark Kantrowitz. Trained by Casey Coleman Herlihy. Bob McClure drives. $40,000 Harrisburg buy. 4 Metallica, Shadow Play colt out of a Northern Luck mare. Owned and bred by Jack Darling Stables. Darling trains. Jody Jameson's in the sulky. 5 is Better's Hope, a Better's Delight gelding out of a Mach 3 mare. The stable Better's Hope owns. Kevin McMaster trains. Anthony McDonald drives. $40,000 Lexington buy. 6 Salzbrook Heroes, a Better Than Cheddar colt out of a Some Beach Somewhere mare. Dustin Jones Stables owns. Jones trains. Chris Christopher drives. $18,000 London buy. 7 is Loyal Will, homebred for Winback Farm. Blake McIntosh trains. James McDonald drives his son a Better Than Cheddar of a Dream Away mare. And 8 is Lions Drinking a Bud, Sweet Lou colt out of a Cam's Card Shark mare. 3 Lions Racing owns. Mark Goddard trains. Trevor Henry drives this $12,000 Harrisburg purchase. And they're off and pacing in qualifier number 2. And Metallica is out to the early lead. Second look at this son of Shadow Play, and he's going to front them to the opening quarter. Loyal Will is going to settle into the 2-hole. Springbridge Duel gets away in 3rd. On the outside, Salzbrook Hero is going to now drop into 4th. We'll settle in front of Space Cowboy, who is racing in 5th. Then 6th, as they go to the opening quarter, is Admit One, followed by Better's Hope, and Lions Drinking a Bud is the trailer. 31 and 3. Not a lot of speed in the opening quarter once again, but now they'll swing into the backstretch. And tightening up from in 2nd is Loyal Will, getting right onto the back of Metallica. Metallica's going to see the lead now, handing it over to Springbridge Duel, who makes a second quarter rush to the top. Here's Springbridge Duel. And the son of Big Jim is now the new leader. Quickly to the lead for McClure. Metallica in 2nd, then racing in 3rd is Loyal Will. Past the half in 101 and 2. So rookie pacers drive into the far turn. Racing in 4th, that is Salzbrook Hero. Hit 5th, Space Cowboy, who is followed by Admit One in 6th. Right on that one's back is Better's Hope, and Lions Drinking a Bud is the trailer. And wow, did this lead ever grow in the 3rd quarter here for Springbridge Duel. He is on top by close to 10 lengths coming to the 3/4 mile pole, and it will be Springbridge Duel at 3/4 in 128 and 4. Big 3rd quarter speed there. there as they'll turn for home, and it is all Spring Bridge Duel. Second qualifier for this son of Big Jim. And he paced home last week in 26-1, rallying to finish second. Here this morning, he's on the front end since the second quarter, and he's coming home strong to win, looking good through the lane. Battle is on for second between Metallica and that Space Cowboy. Salzburg Hero in fourth. Time of the mile, 1:56.3 for Spring Bridge Duel. Second qualifier this morning, here are the results. Number 1, Space Cowboy was 6th. Number 2, Admit One 5th. Number 3, Spring Bridge Duel, the winner. Number 4, Metallica was 2nd. Number 5, Better's Hope 7th. Number 6, Salzburg Hero 4th. Number 7, Loyal Will 3rd. And number 8, Lions Drinking a Bud was 8th. 651 27 4 3 8. Fractions 31 and 3, 101 and 2, 120, 8 and 4, 156 and 3 for the winner. Spring Bridge Duel, 55 and 1 back half for this son of Big Jim out of the Mach 3 mare Stonebridge Damsel, owned by Westwind Stable, Steve Heimbecker and Mark Kantrowitz, trained by Casey Coleman Hurley. Bob McClure was in the sulky. Second qualifier now for Spring Bridge Duel, establishes a mark of 156 and 3. He was a $40,000 purchase at last fall's Harrisburg sale. First full out of that Mach 3 mare Spring Bridge Damsel takes the second qualifier. Qualifier number 3, scratch number 2, Nelson Eddy Hanover. Scratch number 4, Beach Hunter. And take out number 5, Next Big Thing. Brings us down to a field of 5 for this third qualifier. Number 1 is Sir Gene G. Hanover, a betting line colt out of a Some Beach Somewhere mare, Westwind Stable. Brad Grant, Teresa Davidson, Steve Heimbecker share ownership. Casey Coleman Hurley, he trains. Bob McClure drives. $87,000 Harrisburg buy. 2 is out. 3 is Desperado, a well-set gelding of an Art Major mare. The stable Desperado Group owns. Anthony McDonald trains and drives. $9,500 Goshen yearling sale buy. 4 and 5 are out. 6 is Watch My Beverage, a He's Watching colt out of a Dragon Again mare. Dean Lockhart, Jeffrey Ruck, Paul Hawman share ownership. Greg McNair trains. Doug McNair will drive. 7, Highland Hot Sauce, Sunshine Beach colt out of a Western Terror mare, owned and bred by Highland Thoroughbred Farm, trained by Amanda Fine. The driver is Scott Young. And 8 is Low Red Sports Star, Sports Rider colt out of a Ram Baron mare, homebred for Dan and Kim Sargent. Blake McIntosh trains. James McDonald does the driving. Field of 5 for qualifier number 3 on gate, picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and pacing. Right to the pylons goes Desperado from the outside. Low Red Sports Star is going to push ahead for James McDonald out to the early lead. And this son of Sports Rider will front this group of 5 to the opening quarter. Desperado second. Watch My Beverage slides into third in front of Sir Gene G. Hanover. And then it is Highland Hot Sauce. That's how they're lined up. And the group of 5 heads towards the opening quarter here. Low Red Sports Star in his second qualifier takes them past the opening panel in 30 and 3. Moving into the backstretch. Low Red Sports Star on top by a length and a half. Right on his back in second is Desperado. Maybe that one will go on, or it'll just be comfortable to track the leader. Third, Watch My Beverage. Fourth is Surgene G Hanover. And then fifth is Highland Hot Sauce. Sports Writer Colt showing the way. Low Red Sports Star over the well-said gelding Desperado. Then it's back to the He's Watching Colt. Watch My Beverage. Surgene G Hanover, a son of Betting Line, and his qualifying debut is in fourth. And then fifth is the Sunshine Beach Colt. Highland Hot Sauce. 1 and 2/5 is the half-mile clocking. That was 29 and 4 in the second quarter. Driving into the far turn, it's Low Red Sports Star continuing to show the way. 5/8 now complete. Low Red Sports Star ramping it up a notch here. Lead begins to grow. Desperado now is 2.5 lengths away in second. Then in third is Watch My Beverage. Surgene G Hanover is back there fourth, followed by Highland Hot Sauce. 1:28 and 3, turning for home off of a 28 and 1 third quarter is Low Red Sports Star, who begins to drift out. Low Red Sports Star with 1/8 of a mile to go, maybe about to hand over the lead, because shooting through the middle, here comes Watch My Beverage. Desperado at the inside is battling tough as they're coming to the edge of the tote board. It's Watch My Beverage in the middle. Low Red Sports Star still battling and still hanging in there, and as they come to the line, Watch My Beverage and Low Red Sports Star, they're together. Desperado was third, Surgene G Hanover was fourth, and Highland Hot Sauce fifth. 1:57 and 1, another tight finish. Order of finish from the third qualifier. Number 1, Sir Gene G. Hanover was 4th. Number 2 was scratch. Number 3, Desperado 3rd. Numbers 4 and 5 were scratch. Number 6, Watch My Beverage, the winner. Number 7, Highland Hot Sauce 5th. And number 8, Low Red Sports Star was 2nd. 4, scratch, 3, scratch, scratch, 1, 5, 2. Fractions 30 and 3, a minute 2/5, 128 and 3, 157 and 1 for the winner. Number 6, Watch My Beverage. He's watching colt out of the Dragon Again mare, Bonton Hanover. This here is a homebred for Dean Lockhart and Jeffrey Ruck. Also co-owned by Paul Hawman, trained by Greg McNair. Doug McNair was in the sulky. Second qualifier for Watch My Beverage, a big improvement this time around, going 157 and 1 to establish a mark for Watch My Beverage, the 4th foal out of that Dragon Again mare. Coming up next is the 4th qualifier. Here we go for the 4th qualifier. One note, Jonathan Drury drives number 6, Amy Hanover. Here is the field. Number 1 is Better Attitude, gelded son of Better's Delight out of a Western Hanover mare. Owned by Robert McIntosh Stables, Dave Boyle and Mardon Stables, trained by Bob McIntosh. Trevor Henry drives. 2, Avion Sealster, sports writer colt out of the Pantarosa mare. Jack Darling Stables Limited owns. Darling trains. Jody Jameson drives. $80,000 London buy. 3, Armor Sealster is a Better's Delight colt out of a Real Artist mare. 187-6472 Ontario Inc. Rolling Hills Racing Stables. Andrea Candido and Rhonda Sims are the owners. Blake McIntosh trains. Louis Watt drives. $95,000 London purchase. 4, Streak Sonova is a big Jim gelding out of an Arts Place mare. Raymond Primo is the owner along with Mike Rivet. Rivet trains. Mike Saftic drives. Next up in the field is 5, Stonebridge Rex. This is a Control the Moment colt out of an Arts Place mare. Angie Stiller, Greg McNair, and Gary Coulter share ownership. Greg McNair trains. Doug McNair drives. $8,000 Harrisburg buy. 6, Amy Hanover's a betting line colt out of a Dragon Again mare. Westwind Stable, Steve Heimbecker, Michael Cote-Gagnon, and Kevin McKinley share ownership. Casey Coleman Hurley, he trains. Jonathan Drury drives. $100,000 Harrisburg buy. 7, Rito Sunshine, a gelded son of Sunshine Beach out of an Estrellas mare. The stable Rito Sunshine owns. Anthony McDonald's a trainer driver. And 8, Shazam Blue Chip is a gelded son of Shadow Play out of a Camluck mare. Determination owns. Luke Blade trains, and Bob McClure drives this $55,000 Harrisburg purchase. So they're off and pacing in qualifier number 4. Avion Sealster is out to the early lead. Rito Sunshine had some good early speed and is going to drop into second in front of Stonebridge Rex in 3rd. Getting away in 4th is Amy Hanover. Then in 5th, as they drive into the turn, is Streak Sonova. Opening quarter 29 and 2. So field of 8 moving into the backstretch. Avion Sealster is the leader. 2nd is Rito Sunshine. Out from 3rd now. Here comes Stonebridge Rex underway for McNair. 4th is Amy Hanover, followed 5th by Streak Sonova. Then it is Armor Sealster. 7th is Better Attitude. And the trailer 8th is Shazam Blue Chip. New leader here in the 2nd quarter. Stonebridge Rex goes 3rd to 1st. And the debuting Control the Moment colt Stonebridge Rex will take them past the half in 59 seconds flat. So as they go towards the far turn, it's a lead of 1.5 lengths here for Stonebridge Rex. The early leader, Avion Sealster, is sitting right on the leader's back there in the 2-hole, followed closely 3rd by Rito Sunshine. Then it's a break of about 4 lengths going back to Amy Hanover in 4th. 5th is Streak Sonova. Racing 6th is Armor Sealster. 7th is Better Attitude. Shazam Blue Chip is 8th. And as they go towards 3 quarters, a little bit of difficulty there for Amy Hanover, who ends up in the safety lane. And we had a breaker at the back that was Armor Sealster. 3 quarters, 128 and 2. Up at the front here, this is Stonebridge Rex. Stonebridge Rex still leading the way by 1.5 lengths. McNair calls upon him right now just to pick it up in the final 8th. Looking to comp the inside will be Avion Sealster, and then Rito Sunshine is back there in 3rd, coming towards the edge of the tote board. Another good finish here. Up the inside, Avion Sealster to win. 2nd was Stonebridge Rex. 3rd goes to Rito Sunshine. Then it was Streak Sonova, followed by Shazam Blue Chip. Better Attitude, Armor Sealster, and Amy Hanover. 157 and 2 for Avion Sealster. would agree with that. I thought the exact same thing coming through the lane, and that's a case of I think it's not a great. You don't want to have any issue when a horse has that greenness. You'd love if everything was perfect, but that's not the case. But I think to your point, they see so much potential. There's clearly that ability there. So these are clearly issues that a veteran trainer and one of Jack Darling's status that has had so much success will be able to iron out. And I'm looking forward to seeing this son of Sports Writer once he gets under the lights, because like you said, I think he does have some real good ability. Stonebridge Rex, not a bad debut for that son of Control the Moment, and we've kept our eye on the first crop of Control the Moment. Doug McNair wanting to put him on the lead in the second quarter, and there in the stretch drifts out a little bit, but again, battles in there and gets beat probably about a neck. So not a bad performance for a debut there. Here's the order of finish from qualifier number 4. Number 1, Better Attitude was 6. Number 2, Avian Sealster was the winner. Number 3, Armor Sealster 7th. Number 4, Streak Sonova 4th. Number 5, Stonebridge Rex was 2nd. Number 6, Amy Hanover 8th. Number 7, Rito Sunshine 3rd. And number 8, Shazam Blue Chip was 5th. 617-42835 is your order of finish. Fractions 29 and 2, 59 flat, 128 and 2, 157 and 2 for number 2, Avian Sealster, a sports writer colt out of the Panda Rosa mare Aqua Rosa, owned by Jack Darling Stables Limited, trained by Jack Darling. The driver was Jody Jameson. $80,000 purchase at last fall's London yearling sale. And Avian Sealster, that was his second qualifier, made a miscue in the first qualifier, ended up finishing 3rd here this morning, does keep it together to establish a mark of 157 and 2. Coming up next is the 5th qualifier, and a reminder, there will be a break following qualifier number 5. Fifth qualifier, 2-year-old pacing colts and geldings taking their positions. It'll be a field of 8. Number 1 is Toonie Teen, a sports writer colt out of an Island Fantasy mare, homebred for Patty Jones, trained by Rod Boyd. The driver's Mike Saftick. 2 is Jolsey Hanover, a JK End of an Era colt out of a Camluck mare. Ellie Bale, John Pentland share ownership. Pentland trains, Bob McClure drives, $15,000 purchase at the Harrisburg yearling sale. 3 is Gold Train, a state treasurer colt out of an American Ideal mare. Paul Davies, Nicole Davies, John Chakeen, and Deborah Pinnell share ownership. The trainer-driver is Paul Davies. This was a $13,000 purchase at the Alberta Standardbred Horse Sale. 4 is Big Teddy, a Big Jim colt out of a Camluck mare. Ian Fleming and Greg McNair are the owner-breeders. Greg McNair trains, Doug McNair will drive. 5 is Dr. Joe, a Better's Delight gelding out of a Ponder mare. Robert McIntosh Stables, CSX Stables, Dave Boyle are the owner-breeders. Bob McIntosh trains, Trevor Henry drives. 6 is Touch 'em All Joe, Roll with Joe colt out of an Art Major mare. Brian Legge and David Legge are the owners. Ken Susi trains and Chris Christoffrey will drive. 7 is Somewhere in Verona, Some Beach Somewhere, colt out of a Western Terre mare. Petty Paw Stable, Ozzie McKay and Blake McIntosh, along with Jill's Landry, share ownership. McIntosh trains, James McDonald drives, $22,000 Harrisburg buy. And 8 is Line Drive Hanover, a betting line colt out of a well-said mare. Westwind Stable, Kevin McKinley, Mac Nickel, and J.L. Benson Stables share ownership. Casey Coleman Hurley, he's the trainer. Jonathan Drury drives, a $75,000 Harrisburg purchase. So they're off in pacing here in qualifier number 5, and towards the inside, Jolsey Hanover has a good start. Driving from the center and towards the outside, Somewhere in Verona, Line Drive Hanover, and splitting between rivals is Touch 'em All Joe. Third look for this youngster, and he is coming through looking to claim the top spot. So the field of 8 goes into the first turn, and here's Touch 'em All Joe. Inside second is Jolsey Hanover, and it looks like Somewhere in Verona is going to settle in third, 30-1 for the opening quarter. Let's check in with Gold Train, who gets away in 4th. Line Drive Hanover took a seat in 5th. Then it is Toonie Teen 6th. Into the backstretch, Big Teddy is 7th, and 8th is Dr. Joe. Coming out from 4th now, here comes Gold Train on the move, and also out from 2nd is Jolsey Hanover, so that'll put Gold Train 3 wide for a moment. They're going around Touch 'em All Joe, racing up towards the half. Gold Train on the outside. Jolsey Hanover now 2nd, and all of a sudden Touch 'em All Joe is in 3rd. The half was hitting 59-2. Good action there in the second quarter, and it's Gold Train looking for a second consecutive baby race score, and this son of state treasurer drives him into the far turn. Jolsey Hanover in 2nd, 2 lengths going back to Touch 'em All Joe in 3rd. Racing in 4th is Somewhere in Verona, being tracked closely 5th by Line Drive Hanover, and then it's a big gap going back to the final 3. Big Teddy, Dr. Joe, and Toonie Teen is backpedaling. 3/4 is next for Gold Train, who chugs along 127-1, 27-4 there in the third quarter. They're into the stretch. Gold Train, here comes Jolsey Hanover once again, and now revving up his Line Drive Hanover on the far outside. They're coming to the final 1/8 of the mile. Gold Train continues to battle at the inside. Short lead now for Jolsey Hanover. Line Drive Hanover is coming on the outside. They've got less than a 16th to go. It's Jolsey Hanover with the lead. Line Drive Hanover coming. Jolsey Hanover will win. Line Drive Hanover was 2nd. 3rd went to Somewhere in Verona. Then it was Gold Train over Touch 'em All Joe, Big Teddy, Dr. Joe, and Toonie Teen, 155-2. Qualifier number 6, scratch number 3, Jimmy Connor B. Leaves us with a field of 7. Number 1, Last Bet, is a 2-year-old colt by Better's Delight out of Western Hanover Mare, west of L.A. Owned by Robert McIntosh Stables, CSX Stables, and Al McIntosh Holdings. Homebred for Bob McIntosh. Driver will be Trevor Henry. 2 is Syros Blue Chip. American Ideal gelding out of an Art Major mare owned by the stable Syros Blue Chip. Trained by Anthony McDonald. James McDonald will drive. $16,000 Harrisburg buy. 3 is out. 4 is Preview de Vie, a sports writer colt out of a Western Hanover mare owned by Gestion J.Y. Blais, trained by Claude Cadeau and driven by Chris Christoforou. $37,000 Harrisburg purchase. 5 is Twin Bee Edge, a betting line colt out of a Rock and Roll Heaven mare. Westwind Stable, J.L. Benson Stables, Howard Taylor, and Steve Heimbecker share ownership. Casey Coleman Hurley, he's the trainer. The driver is Bob McClure. A $110,000 Harrisburg purchase. 6, He's in Control, a Control the Moment colt out of a Camluck mare. Linda Wellwood, along with Tammy Aspin, are the owners. Lyle MacArthur trains and drives. $8,000 Lexington buy. 7 is Fonzie Ciacciarelli, a Better Than Cheddar colt out of a sports writer mare. This one is owned and trained by Ken Middleton. Louis-Philippe Roy will drive. And number 8, No Plan Intended, and Up the Credit gelding out of a Some Beach Somewhere mare. Carl Jameson, Brian Paquette are the owners. Carl Jameson trains, and Jody Jameson does the driving. There's your field of 7 for qualifier number 6. They're on gate picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and pacing. Twin Bee Edge comes through in the center. Going with him is Syros Blue Chip. And also floating away nicely towards the front is Fonzie Ciacciarelli, who's got a 3-hole to drop into. Up on the outside is No Plan Intended from the rail, Last Bet. And then it's He's in Control and Preview de Vie. They're going into the first turn, and everybody's going to get situated along the pylons now as No Plan Intended is going to drop in fourth for Jameson. But up at the front, the leader is Twin Bee Edge through an opening quarter of just 31 and 3. Not a lot of early speed here. It's Twin Bee Edge, the debuting son of Betting Line, leads by a length and a half over Syros Blue Chip. Racing in third is Fonzie Ciacciarelli, followed by No Plan Intended in fourth as they race by 3/8. Then it's a break of 2.5, going back to Last Bet, who is racing in fifth. 6 is He's in Control, and the trailer 7th as they go up the backside is Preview de Vie. Second quarter rush to the top here coming from Fonzie Ciacciarelli. He'll touch down on the front at the half in 1:02. So as they drive into the far turn, Fonzie Ciacciarelli in his second qualifier is going to now lead the way for Louis-Philippe Roy. In second is Twin Bee Edge. Right on that one's back third as they head into the far turn is Syros Blue Chip, being tracked by No Plan Intended. Last Bet is there. Also advancing a little closer now, He's in Control, and the trailer is Preview de Vie. Out of the 2-hole now, this is Twin Bee Edge, ready to try and reclaim the top spot from Fonzie Ciacciarelli. No Plan Intended latches onto him to swing off the turn, and then inside fourth is Syros Blue Chip, and Last Bet is fifth. 1:32 and 1. Rookie Pacers will be sprinting on home. Fonzie Ciacciarelli right along the pylons, still with the lead. Here's Syros Blue Chip. Twin Bee Edge is way back there in fourth. On the outside is No Plan Intended, and Last Bet is coming on in the center. No Plan Intended on the outside's got the lead. It's No Plan Intended to win. Going to be tight for second. It appears to go to Syros Blue Chip over Last Bet third. Twin Bee Edge was fourth. Fonzie Ciacciarelli fifth. Then it was He's in Control and Preview de Vie. 2 minutes and 2/5. Results from the 6 qualifier. Number 1, Last Bet, was third. Number 2, Ciro's Blue Chip, second. Number 3 was Scratch. Number 4, Preview to V, seventh. Number 5, Twin Bee Edge, was fourth. Number 6, He's in Control, sixth. Number 7, Fonzie Ciacciarelli, fifth. And number 8, No Plan Intended, was the winner. 3-2, Scratch 7-4, 6-5-1 is your order of finish. Fractions 31 and 3, 102, 132 and 1, 2 minutes and 2/5 for the winner. Number 8, No Plan Intended, a gelded son of Up the Credit out of the Some Beach Somewhere mare Warrawee Star, owned by Carl Jamieson and Brian Paquette along. They were part of the breeders. Carl Jamieson is the trainer, Jody Jamieson in the sulky. No Plan Intended, the first foal out of that Some Beach Somewhere mare Warrawee Star, who was a sister to $743,000 winner Warrawee Coining. Coming up next, qualifier number 7. Number 1, Holly's Treasure here in qualifier number 7 is a State Treasurer colt out of a Camelot mare. Owner, breeder, trainer is Colonel Schneider. The driver is Mike Saftik. 2, a State Senator. State Treasurer colt out of a Shadow Play mare. Brad Grant's the owner, breeder. Scott McEnany trains. Doug McNair drives. 3 is Lawless Shadow, a Shadow Play colt out of a Better's Delight mare owned by Dr. Ian Moore, RG McGroup Limited, Serge Savard and Hudson Standardbred Stable. Ian Moore trains. Bob McClure drives. $52,000 London buy. 4 is Saratoga Blue Chip, a He's Watching colt out of a Camluck mare. Larry Maneri, Michael Guerrero, and Alan Albert, along with George Harrison, share ownership. Anthony Beaton trains. Jody Jamieson will drive. $60,000 Harrisburg buy. 5 is Island Beach Boy, a Some Beach Somewhere colt out of an Armoro McIntosh mare. Ian Smith and Arnold Hagen are the owners. Marcel Berrio, the trainer driver. 6 is Spicy P, an Up the Credit colt out of a Camluck mare. Chris Matthews, Jessica Breeze Karn, and Desmond Scott, along with Gary Lyons, are your owners. Chris Matthews, the trainer driver. 7 is Hako Mojito, a Shadow Play colt out of a House of Fun mare. Marie Claude J is the owner, trainer, driver. And number 8 is Beach Blogger, a sports writer colt out of a Shotgun Scott mare owned by Westwind Stable, Steve Heimbecker, Kevin McKinley, and J.L. Benson Stables. Casey Coleman Hurley, he's the trainer. Jonathan Drury drives. $50,000 Harrisburg buy. And they're off in pacing here in qualifier number 7. Hako Mojito and Beach Blogger. The outside 2 are going to be the quickest away. Lawless Shadow is in 3rd. Up on the outside is Saratoga Blue Chip, who's going ahead for Jameson. Then it is State Senator getting away in 5th, followed by Island Beach Boy in 6th, Spicy P 7th, and the trailer is Holly's Treasure. Heading to the opening quarter, the leader is Hako Mojito through an opening panel of 30 and 1. Hako Mojito leads them into the backstretch. Racing second is Beach Blogger. 3rd is Lawless Shadow. And dropping in 4th was Saratoga Blue Chip. Thought for a moment that one might drive right on towards the lead, but instead will sit there in 4th, as it looks like there's good tempo here in the second quarter. 5th is State Senator, then followed 6th by Island Beach Boy. A break of about 3 lengths going back to Spicy P in 7th, and 8th is Holly's Treasure. It's the leader, Shadow Play colt Hako Mojito, past the half in 59 and 2. 29-1 second quarter for Hako Mojito, being followed by Beach Blogger. And then it's a break of about 6 lengths going back to Lawless Shadow. Island Beach Boy advancing for Barrio. He's now up into third. Racing in fifth, that is Saratoga Blue Chip. Sixth is State Senator, followed by Spicy P. And then it's a break of 4 going back to Holly's Treasure. It's Hako Mojito taking them past 3 quarters here in 1:27.3. Turning for home. That was a 28-1 third quarter. Hako Mojito. Beach Blogger has been following from in second and will want to shoot on by here in the lane. Hako Mojito's going to dig in and try and fend off that rival. Hako Mojito and Beach Blogger. Island Beach Boy is back in third. Fourth, that is Lawless Shadow and Saratoga Blue Chip. 16th to go, and Hako Mojito is going to turn aside the challenge. Hako Mojito coming towards the line will win. Finishing second was Island Beach Boy. Tight for third between Beach Blogger and Lawless Shadow. Saratoga Blue Chip was fifth. Then it was State Senator, Spicy P, and Holly's Treasure, 1:57.3. Order of finish from qualifier number 7. Number 1, Holly's Treasure was 8th. Number 2, State Senator 6th. Number 3, Lawless Shadow was 3rd. Number 4, Saratoga Blue Chip 5th. Number 5, Island Beach Boy 2nd. Number 6, Spicy P 7th. Number 7, Hako Mojito the winner. And number 8, Beach Blogger was 4th. 8-6-3, 5-2, 7-1-4 is your order of finish. Fractions were 30-1, 59-2, 127-3, 157-3 for the winner, Hako Mojito. 2-year-old colt by Shadow Play out of the House of Fun mare, Sans Frontier, bred by Denise Auger. Marie-Claude Auger is the owner, trainer, driver. Second qualifier for Jaco Mojito and establishes a mark of 157 and 3. Qualifier number 8. It is a field of 8. One driver change. Number 4, Can't Stop Lying. James McDonald will drive. Here's the field. One amazing bet. A betting line colt out of a Cole Muffler mare. West Wind Stable. Mac Nichols, Steve Heimbecker, and Derek Wilson are your owners. Casey Coleman Hurley, he trains. Bob McClure drives. $62,000 Lexington buy. 2 Osias is a Sweet Lou colt out of an American Ideal mare. Team Osias is the ownership. Dan Legacy, the trainer. Louis-Philippe Watt drives. $47,000 Lexington purchase. 3 uncontrollables. A Control the Moment colt out of a Precious Bunny mare. Scott McEnany, the owner, trainer. Doug McNair drives. $6,000 London buy. 4, Can't Stop Lying. A Sunshine Beach colt out of a Western Hanover mare. Owned and bred by Millar Farms. Nick Galucci trains. James McDonald drives. 5 is Boarding Dogs. Sports writer gelding out of an All-American native mare. Bob Key, the owner breeder. Rod Boyd trains. Mike Saftik drives. 6, Always Being Crazy. A Sunshine Beach colt out of a Western Tear mare. Owned and bred by Elizabeth and Alan Fair. Alan Fair's the trainer. Tyler Moore drives. 7, Ignite Sealster. A Big Jim colt out of a Camluck mare. Anthony Beaton, David Mercer, Wayne McRae, and a numbered on Alberta Incorporated are the owners. Anthony Beaton trains. Sylvan Filion drive. $17,000 London buy. And 8 is Mission Command. Better's Delight colt out of an Art Major mare. Bill Maines, Bill Cripps, and Stephen Papillon, along with Leo Fleming, own. Gerald Lilly trains. Trevor Henry drives. $70,000 London buy. And they're off and pacing here in qualifier number 8. And right to the lead goes Always Being Crazy. Right out top on by a 3-length advantage in the early going. Ignite Sealster is going to get ahead in second in front of Amazing Bet, who got away in third. Uncontrollable comes away in fourth. Then it is Can't Stop Lying in fifth. Into the Bend, Osias is sixth, followed seventh by Boarding Dogs, and the trailer is Mission Command. The opening quarter was 31-3, and the rookie Pacers swing into the backstretch, still with a loose lead. This is Always Being Crazy on top by 3. Second is Ignite Sealster for Filion, followed by Amazing Bet in third. Racing fourth up the backside is Uncontrollable, being tracked by Can't Stop Lying from in fifth. Tightening up is Osias. Right on his back is Boarding Dogs, and the last one is Mission Command. But it is the Sunshine Beach colt, Always Being Crazy, the leader through a half of 102 flat. Always Being Crazy is entering the far turn. In second, Big Jim called Ignite Sealster. Third is the betting line called Amazing Bet. Racing inside fourth, the Son of Control, the moment uncontrollable. Up on the outside is Osias as that Sweet Lou Colt is trying to advance. Probably going to force the handle of Boarding Dogs as that Sports Rider Gelding is now 3 wide. Inside is the Sunshine Beach Colt Can't Stop Lying. And last is the Better Delight Colt Mission Command. Here at 3/4, it's a length and a half advantage in 1:32, 30 seconds even for Always Being Crazy. Always Being Crazy on the outside, Amazing Bet. Now angling out, looking to come through off the 2-hole. Here is Ignite Sealster. Always Being Crazy now. Going to hand over the lead. Amazing Bet is able to seize the top. Here comes Uncontrollable on the outside. It's Amazing Bet and Uncontrollable. These two powering into deep stretch, and Uncontrollable on the outside is going to get it. Amazing Bet finishes in second. Then it was Can't Stop Lying, followed by Ignite Sealster, Osias, Always Being Crazy, Mission Command, and Boarding Dogs. 2 minutes and 3/5 the time of the mile. The winner, Uncontrollable.
Here are the results from the 8th qualifier. Number 1, Amazing Bet, was second. Number 2, Osias, fifth. Number 3, Uncontrollable, the winner. Number 4, Can't Stop Lying, third. Number 5, Boarding Dogs, eighth. Number 6, Always Been Crazy, sixth. Number 7, Ignite Steelster, fourth. And number 8, Mission Command, was seventh. 2, 5, 1, 3, 8, 6, 4, 7 is your order of finish. Fractions were 31 and 3, 102, 132, 2 minutes and 3/5 for the winner. Number 3, Uncontrollable, a 2-year-old colt by Control the Moment, out of the Precious Bunny mare Precious Relation, owned and trained by Scott McEnany. Doug McNair was in the sulky. Uncontrollable, $6,000 London yearling sale buy, establishes a mark of 2 minutes and 3/5 with his victory in this morning's 8th qualifier. Qualifier number 9, a couple of notes. Number 2, Priority Lounge, make the driver James McDonald. And number 6, Jim Rocks, is scratched. 1, Yankee Litigator, is an Always Be Mickey colt out of a Some Beach Somewhere mare, owned and trained by Dan Legacy. Louis Philippe Wobble Drive, $30,000 Harrisburg buy. 2, Priority Lounge, is a shadow play colt out of a No Pan Intended mare, a homebred from Millar Farms, trained by Nick Galucci with James McDonald. 3 is Desperate Man, a shadow play colt out of an Arts Place mare. Kathy and John Chakeen, along with Nicole Davies and Paul Davies, are your owners. Kathy Chakeen, the trainer. Trevor Henry drives, $20,000 Lexington buy. 4 is Beachhead, a Some Beach Somewhere colt out of a Jate Lobel mare. Steve Heimbecker and Mac Nickel share ownership. Casey Coleman Hurley is the trainer. Bob McClure drives, a $225,000 Lexington selected yearling sale purchase. 5 is Downer's Delight, a Better's Delight colt out of an Australia's mare. James Downer, Osceola Stables, and John Clark are the owners. Osceola trains, Jonathan Drury drives. 6 is out. 7 is Big Idea, Big Jim colt of an Art Major mare. Greg McNair, Jim Newton, Bloomingwood Farms Limited, and Paul Kidd are the owners. Greg McNair trains, Doug McNair drives. And number 8 is Candy Trader, Better's Delight colt out of a Well-Said mare. Steve Heimbecker, Larry Maneri, Michael Guerrero, and Ben Mudry share ownership. Anthony Beaton trains, Jody Jamieson drives. $72,000 Lexington purchase. And they're off and pacing here in qualifier number 9. Pretty even beginning here. Nobody exactly really storming out of there, but it will be the outside 2, Big Idea and Candy Trader, that come away well. So those 2 head towards the first turn. They'll get set up on the front end. Meanwhile, Yankee Litigator gets away in third. Here on the outside is Desperate Man for Henry. Then it is Priority Lounge, who is racing in 5th, followed by Beachhead and the trailer's Downer's Delight. Opening quarter was 30 seconds even. 30-second opener for Candy Trader. Debuting son of Better's Delight and Jody Jamieson show the way. Big Idea, the son of Big Jim, is in second. We had a first turn breaker coming out of the turn. Beachhead went off stride. So as they go by 3/8, Candy Trader on top. Big Idea in second. Then in third, that is Yankee Litigator, followed fourth by Desperate Man. Racing 5th is Priority Lounge. 6th is Downers Delight. And Beachhead will look to catch up after making that first turn mistake. They're past the half in 1 minute and 3/5. 30 and 3 second quarter there for Candy Trader. Candy Trader, a $72,000 Lexington Select Sale buy, is on top by a pair. Big Idea in second. Remaining third, Yankee Litigator. We'll be waiting on Desperate Man. He's in fourth. Looks like he's ready to get underway for Henry. Then in fifth is Priority Lounge, followed by Downers Delight. And Beachhead is then about 6 or 7 lengths behind that rival. On the outside, Desperate Man. He's coming up quickly now up to confront Candy Trader. 130 and 4 for 3 quarters. They're into the stretch. Here, sweeping on by comes Desperate Man. He takes the lead. It's Desperate Man to the front. Back in second now, Candy Trader. Big Idea comes to the outside. He'll try to shoot by his nearest rival. Then out in the center is Yankee Litigator and Priority Lounge in fifth. But here is Desperate Man. He's going to make a back-to-back baby race scores. Desperate Man, the son of Shadow Play, to take it. Second goes to Candy Trader. Third appeared to be Yankee Litigator over Big Idea, followed by Priority Lounge, and then it was Beachhead and Downers Delight. 157 and 2. Another sharp final quarter from Desperate Man. Results from qualifier number 9. Number 1, Yankee Litigator was third. Number 2, Priority Lounge fifth. Number 3, Desperate Man, the winner. Number 4, Beachhead seventh. Number 5, Downers Delight sixth. Number 6 was Scratch. Number 7, Big Idea fourth. And number 8, Candy Trader was second. 3-5-1-7-6 Scratch 4-2. Fractions were 30 flat. 1 minute 3/5. 130 and 4. 157 and 2. Final quarter of that race, 26 and 3. Potentially just a little quicker even there for the winner, Desperate Man. 2-year-old colt by Shadow Play out of the Arts Place mare Dreamlands Latte. Desperate Man was a $20,000 Lexington Select yearling sale purchase. He's owned by Kathy and John Chikeen, along with Nicole and Paul Davies. Kathy Chikeen, the trainer. Trevor Henry was in the sulky. Matches his time from a week ago. That's 2 consecutive 2-year-old qualifying scores for Desperate Man, 157-2 in the 9th. Number 1 initial concept is a 2-year-old colt by Shadow Play out of a Rock and Roll Hanover mare. Dominic Chiaravalli, Scott McEnany, Joe Tonelli, and Mart West Racing Stable are the owners. Scott McEnany trains, Louis Waugh drives, $37,000 Harrisburg purchase. 2 is Dean B. Hanover, a betting line colt out of a Some Beach Somewhere mare, owned by Mac Nickel, John Leviakis, and Blue Chip Bloodstock, trained by Casey Coleman Hurley. James McDonald drives a $340,000 Harrisburg buy. 3 is State of Treasure, State Treasure, a colt out of Apache's Fame mare. Colonel Schneider is the breeder, owner, trainer. Mike Saftick steers. 4 is Tribal Sport, a sports rider colt out of a Better's Delight mare. Doug Millard farms, the owner, breeder. Chantel Mitchell trains. Randy Waples drives, a $7,000 Lexington sale graduate. 5 is Better Son, a Sunshine Beach colt out of a Better's Delight mare, owned and bred by Willow Oak Ranch. Greg McNair trains. Doug McNair will drive. Number 6, Marlboro Sealster, a Better's Delight colt out of a McCardle mare. Jeffrey Snyder, Michael Snyder, and Dr. Ian Moore are the owners. Ian Moore trains. Trevor Henry drives, a $270,000 London selected yearling sale purchase. 7 is Socrates Blue Chip. He's watching colt out of a Rock and Roll Hanover mare. Blue Chip Bloodstock, the owner, breeder. Jeff Gillis trains. Jody Jameson drives, $35,000 Harrisburg grad. And 8 is Mythic Gambler, a Better's Delight colt out of an Arts Place mare. Determination owns. Luke Blade trains. Bob McClure drives, a $100,000 Harrisburg buy. Final qualifier for this Saturday morning, and they're off and pacing. Marlboro Sealster is going to be shot out to the lead here by Trevor Henry, and he's quickly out to an early advantage. Here is Socrates Blue Chip moving into second. Getting away in third is Initial Concept, as Dean B. Hanover will get situated in fourth. Dropping in behind him is Tribal Sport, then it is State of Treasure, followed by Better Son, and the trailer is Mythic Gambler. To the opening quarter they go, and they'll be led by Marlboro Sealster. He's through an opening panel of 30-2. 30-2 opener for Marlboro Sealster. Third qualifier here. Off stride went Dean B. Hanover. Dean B. Hanover in fourth made a break. Into the backstretch they go. Marlboro Sealster by a length and a half over Socrates Blue Chip. Third is Initial Concept. Now in fourth, that is Tribal Sport. Followed fifth by State of Treasure. Six up the backstretch is Better Sun. Followed then by Mythic Gambler. And last is Dean B. Hanover. They're past the half in 101-1. 30-4 second quarter for Marlboro Sealster, who gives over the lead now to Socrates Blue Chip. Socrates Blue Chip has taken the top spot, leads by 2 lengths. Second is Marlboro Sealster, racing in third. As they drive around the far turn, that is Initial Concept. Then it's a break of about 6 lengths, going back to Tribal Sport in fourth. 3 lengths then to State of Treasure, followed by Better Sun. On the outside, starting to get underway is Mythic Gambler, and Dean B. Hanover at the inside is 8th. 3/4 time, 1:30 flat. So they come off the turn and into the stretch. It's Socrates Blue Chip, the leader. Socrates Blue Chip, Marlboro Sealster is in second, looking to try and get back towards the lead, but is still about 4 or 5 lengths away with less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Initial Concept back in third. Then it is Better Sun. Mythic Gambler trying to gain a few spots late, but this one's going to go to Socrates Blue Chip, who will win it. Marlboro Sealster was second. Initial Concept third. Then it was Better Sun fourth over Mythic Gambler, followed by Tribal Sport, Dean B. Hanover, and State of Treasure. Time of the mile, 1:58-1. That's a 1:58-1 mile for Socrates Blue Chip, who wins the 10th and final qualifier. Here is the order of finish from the final qualifier. Number 1, Initial Concept was third. Number 2, Dean B. Hanover 7th. Number 3, State of Treasure 8th. Number 4, Tribal Sport 6th. Number 5, Better Sun 4th. Number 6, Marlboro Sealster 2nd. Number 7, Socrates Blue Chip the winner. And number 8, Mythic Gambler was 5th. 3-7-8, 6-4, 2-1-5. Fractions were 30-2. 101-1, 130, 158-1 for the winner. Socrates Blue Chip, a son of He's Watching out of a Rock and Roll Hanover mare put on a clinic. Homebred for Blue Chip Bloodstock, a $35,000 Harrisburg grad, trained by Jeff Gillis and driven to victory by Jody Jamieson in our final qualifier here this morning.